Good evening and happy 4th of July, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for D News Now. This is where we bring you stories that we're working on right now for some of our future newscasts, but we just want to get you caught up pretty quickly, so just a bite-sized newscast for you. We're on various platforms right now. That includes our website, WTOC.com, the WTOC apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, and Facebook. And thank you to those of you who are joining us on our Facebook page. I see you with the emojis or saying hello, giving shout-outs of where you're watching. We certainly appreciate it. And also, for those of you who have questions, you can always weigh in right there, and I'll go back and give you a link to get you a little bit closer to the answer you're looking for if I can't answer it live for you right now. So, tonight, of course, is a holiday. A lot of people gearing up for fireworks tonight, but it's also the one-year anniversary of a deadly shooting and crash that happened in downtown Savannah. A well-known bartender actually lost his life while pushing others out of the way of the car. Here's what happened that night. 3 people were shot shortly after midnight in City Market near Jefferson and West St. Julian Street. The shooting, allegedly at the hands of Jerry Chambers, led to a police chase that ended at the intersection of Bay and Barnard. A pedestrian was killed and 5 others were injured when the suspect's car crashed. 2 passengers were also killed. There's also a second shooting around 12:30 near the intersection of Jefferson and Broughton Streets. And so what you're looking at right now is a map, a 3D map, just kind of showing exactly what happened and where. Switching gears, Jerry Chambers now, the accused shooter's trial is actually set for November. You're looking at actual video from that night. Chambers' attorney filed a motion last month arguing that the statements that Chambers gave to police in the moments following the crash are inadmissible because they weren't voluntarily given, but that motion was denied by a judge. So, of course, we know that safety is on a lot of people's minds because of what happened a year ago, especially those of you who are heading to the downtown area tonight because of last year's crash and shooting. Well, WTOC wanted to find out who monitors the number of people downtown just to gauge how many police need to be on duty. Turns out the city of Savannah actually does not measure crowd size for the 4th of July, and neither does any agency, really, especially the Savannah Police Department. I actually asked them questions yesterday about it, and they said they didn't track it either. So the main question is, if we don't know how many people attend major public events, how does the police department know how many staffers they need? Well, SPD told me that because they know it's a holiday and more people will be downtown, that's when they staff it with extra officers, but they didn't say exactly how many. SPD went on to explain that they analyze numbers and data every year, but they're looking at crime stats, not how many people are actually attending these events. And of course, the more people there are, there's an increase in chances that something could happen that needs their attention or intervention like last year. We, of course, will let you know on air or online if anything happens. Also, there's been an uptick in the number of emergency calls, switching gears, about jellyfish stings on Hilton Head Island. So the most common type of jellyfish people see is the sea nettle jellyfish. Shore Beach Service says it's a busy time of year for jellyfish, and this season lasts until about August. Lifeguards say they don't want to scare anyone from going to the beach, but they want to make sure everyone's aware and take precaution, especially when it comes to children.
A jellyfish came up and bit him on the leg, and he ran in and, Daddy, please help me. So we brought him in, and the lifeguard had some stuff that we could spray on it for him.
I kind of didn't know what was going on because it was like a stinging pain, like if you get a cut. So I was like, did I cut myself? But I was swimming in the ocean, so obviously you can't cut yourself. But yeah, then it just started burning really bad, and it was severe pains.
So if you need help, of course, find a lifeguard. It's also recommended you pack a little vinegar with you if you go to the beach, just as a safety precaution, just in case you get stung by a jellyfish. All right, now to what everyone wants to know. We've had some rain in and off of our area all day long, but the chances are dwindling right now. Our meteorologists say we're at about 20-25%, but the fireworks all across our area, we're talking Hilton Head, Tybee, downtown Savannah, Statesboro, they're all set to go off still. Millions of people across the country, of course, getting ready to celebrate America's birthday for Independence Day with fireworks. If you're heading to the festivities on River Street, the city of Savannah wants you to be safe. Keep in mind, there is no drinking from glass containers or cans larger than 16 ounces. Use crosswalks and certainly don't drink and drive, but the biggest thing to think about is parking because certain streets downtown are already closed off.
We tend to have a large group that exit all at the same time at the conclusion of the fireworks. We want to encourage folks to be patient if you're driving. If you're walking, please be careful and use sidewalks, crosswalks, and adhere to the pedestrian signals.
And if you don't want to deal with the crowds, keep in mind WTOC will be streaming the fireworks live for you this evening, so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. Or for those of you who might be at work working a graveyard shift, we got you covered if you can't go down there, not a problem. So of course, keep in touch with WTOC.com. And for those of you who like to watch the news now, you know that at around 9 o'clock every night we have a weathercast. Well, because the fireworks will be going off, we will not be having a weathercast tonight. Instead, we'll be pausing at 9:15. We will have the actual fireworks from the River Street and the city of Savannah. All right, I don't see any questions right now for any stories that we're working on. So for those of you watching, be safe, have fun, drive sober, enjoy yourself, make sure everyone you came with leaves with you. And for those of you who are going to set off fireworks at home, please, I beg you, don't do it after midnight. Some people have to work. And a lot of you have to work too. So let's just be mindful of our neighbors. Keep in mind there are veterans who actually experience PTSD because of the fireworks. There are also lots of animals that are terrified of the sound. So let's be nice with our neighbors and respectful to everyone while still enjoying and having fun. All right, guys, you can always reach us online at WTOC.com and our social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your 4th of July holiday.